Hey guys, it's Maymay and we're back for part 3 of our journal, or our planner rather. So I'm going to show you what I did. I went ahead and on the back of my calendars I put this solid color paper, and I told you I was going to use craft, but then I found these pages that I really liked that were kind of the same colors as the rest of the book colors that we use. So I did some orange and I did some green like this. Don't look at this yet, this is coming. And I did some more orange, and I think I have some purple back here in the back. Okay, so now you might have seen this guy. This is a pocket. Do you see how this works? Let me hold it like this. So if you're holding it like this, it's like a folder pocket. So you can slide, you know, field trip forms and things like that that you don't want to lose for the month. You can slide those in there. And I'm going to show you how to make this pocket. What I did was I went on through the book and I did 3 of them. I did 4 of them, and we're going to do the 5th one together. Okay, so here's how this is laying out. Let me go right back to the beginning because I've done a lot of flipping. So this page, this is January, okay, and then we have our folder pocket. Then we have February, and we're going to make a pocket for this one. I haven't done that one yet. Just wanted to get you to know where we're at. Then we have March, and we have a pocket for that one. Then we have April, and we have a pocket for that one. And then we have May, and a pocket for that one. Now I'm going to show you how to make the pocket. So my pocket is after my calendar. Remember I told you I've moved that over, and this is where it's going to be. And here's how I did it. I took the top piece of one sheet of paper and I folded it down until it reached the red margin line on the page. Okay, so just brought this top corner to this side until it reached that red margin line. Then I took another piece and did the same thing on top of it, folding it down nice and snug right on top of it. I did them separate because I seemed to get a better bend, a better fold that way. Then I took a little bit of wet glue, and you don't need much. I put a dot here, okay, and stuck that first fold down. Then a dot here and stuck that down. It's going to get covered up, so that's why I'm just putting a little dot. That's not even going to be exposed at all. Then I just flipped this page out of the way. Then I brought 2 pages over. 1, 2. Okay. Fold this one down to that red margin line, which is harder to see on the back side than the front. Okay. And then the second one right with it. Making sure to line it up with that first page too. See that? Okay, a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here, and smash them down. That's the hardest part, okay? The rest is super easy. Then I took it and I ran my wet glue right around the bottom because I'm making a pocket. So I want to use this wet glue. Okay, and then I just close this page on it and let it seal shut. So that's that part. Then I'm going to show you how to get your measurement in case your book is different than mine, in case it measures different. What you'll do is come to the top and you're just going to measure that little area right there, okay? Mine is 3/4 of an inch, just from the flat part to the first fold down. And then down here you just want to measure how far from the bottom to that fold it is, and that's what you're going to use to cut your paper. Now I already know my measurement, so I'll show you how it works for me. And because I've already cut mine, I'm going to use this scrap piece of paper so I don't have to waste a whole 8.5 by 11 piece to show you how this works. So here's what you do. You come to the top of the page, and I like to use my white marker, my white pen, because I can see it. And you make a mark at whatever end you need that to be. Mine is 3/4 of an inch. Okay? And then you come to the side at whatever this needs to be. Mine is 3.5. And make that mark. Then you put this into your paper trimmer and you line up that mark that you made at the top and the mark you made at the bottom on your cut line. Okay, and this is how you're going to get your angled cut. And you know it's going to be right this way. So that's the folder itself, okay? Now here's what you need to remember. When you're making this pocket, your printed paper goes up on one side, okay? And then it goes up on the other. So you're going to make one cut this way, but your other page, the cut is going to go the opposite way. So just remember that. It's the same process, just one goes one way and one goes the other. Don't forget that, or you'll have a little mistake. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I use some washi tape, and I'll show you where I use it. And I never use washi tape. And I even use liquid glue to put these down, just because they work fine that way. You can use your sticky tape here if you'd like. But by this point, you've used so much sticky tape, you're probably tired of it. And this gets it done quicker. Okay. Then you just put this guy in place. Just like this. Just lining that up. Okay. I'm going to flip it over. And put the other side on. Just get this good and lined up. Now, I'm not a big user of washi tape, but I like the idea of giving some extra stability and cleaning up this edge. So I have this one little roll here that I'm using, and I'm just running it halfway on at the top. Just tearing that away at the corner. Okay, flipping it over and folding it over. This is a great way to play with your washi tapes, and like I said, I don't use a lot of it, so this is a good way to kind of play around. And if you have a big washi collection, you're going to love this part because you get to put it everywhere. I do like that you can just tear it with your fingers. That's nice. And if it's not sticking real good, which mine didn't stick really great, I just went ahead and put another piece down on top, just for looks. And I just kind of like it. I think it looks neat and clean. So then, you just want to trim this up. I'm going to tear a little bit of this away. And then, put my corner rounder on it and round the corner, just like I did everything else. So if you watched my After Christmas haul, you've seen this tab punch. And I bought this tab punch for this project. I had this one in mind when I got it. Now I'm a little bit disappointed with this tab punch because it is not what I thought it was. But now that I've gotten it, I really like it. But I'm going to have to show you what I thought. I thought this punch would punch out the tab in paper and I would fold it over, but it doesn't do that. Let me show you. It comes with these, hold on, little tabs. And can you see those on there? They're clear and they are fold over tabs. And here's how this works. When you punch this guy, you'll see the shape you get. You see this tag shape? See that? So you end up with this tag shape. Then when you peel these off, they become the piece that holds this tag shape in place. So you write on this or print on it or stamp on it, whatever you want to do, and then these seal it in place. So I'm going to show you what I've done. Just in an effort to save a little bit of time, I've already written all my months out, and I did them in white pen. Let me bring one up so you can see it. I did it with white pen, and then I did a little stitching line just because that's me. And I like to include my handwriting. I told you that because it's going to be filled with my handwriting anyway. And here's how this works. I matched my tab to each one of the pages that I put on the back side of my calendar. And so you peel one of these guys off. So now can you kind of see that shape? All right. And then you put this little guy in this spot here. Like you line it up in there. As good as you can get it. It's pretty good. And it sticks because there's adhesive, okay? Then this January one is going to go at the very top as high as I can get it. And I'm just going to line that up and stick that down. Then on the back side, get this where you can see it, you just take this clear piece and fold it over. And then it sticks down to the tab and to your work. Okay? So at first, I was very disappointed that this is how this worked. But the reason is because I didn't want to have to buy anything else to make my tab work, which technically I wouldn't have to, because I can always just glue this down and then take another one and put behind it and glue it to the back. So I still have a good tab piece. But once I put this on, I was really happy with this sturdy plastic cover that it has. And you don't have to stick it out as far as I did. You can stick it in. Let me show you that too, because it does come up pretty easy. Okay, so let's say you wanted just the tiny tab to stick out. You just move it down. They're pretty sticky, so they kind of stick and re-stick. I don't know how many times I could do this, but we'll do it this time and see how it does. So then it doesn't even stick out as far, and I actually like that better. But like I said, at first I didn't like it because I'd have to buy an extra piece at some point. Right now I have enough, but now I really like it. I think those are very sturdy and good tabs. So that's my review of this guy, and it is made by We Are Memory Keepers, and I'll put a link to it if I can find it, but if not, I got it at Hobby Lobby for 40% off, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and put the rest of them on. Now, I put this one as high up as I could. I'm going to go ahead and take the May one and put it as far down as I can. So peel this guy off, stick this guy on here, just lining it up like so. I'm going to bring it as far down, and I'm going to tuck it down a little bit. I like it just barely sticking out instead of how I had it the first time. Fold this over. And these little tabs have a crease in them already, so you don't have to stress about getting that crease right. And it's in there, okay? So that shows you January and May. And now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to go ahead and put March in the middle, so then I can come back and split the difference with the other two, okay? So now I have all my tabs installed, and let me bring those up where you can see them. See how those work? Pretty good. I'm glad I only did 5 because that fits perfect. So when I do 6, I'm going to have to overlap them a little bit. Actually, I'll have to do 7 in my next one, but we'll see how that one works out. I'm not real sure about these yet. I got to be honest. I like how they are plastic, but they don't feel very secure. They don't feel like they're going to stay there very well, so it may be something that comes loose and I have to redo or something. We'll see. Alright, so let's do a walkthrough of my finished book, and I'll talk to you about some of the blank spots. Like, for example, this blank spot. I don't want to add any pockets because I don't want to add any more bulk at this point. But for this blank spot and this blank spot, you always need some place to put little notes, or you might get a picture from one of the kids you want to put in, or there might be something special you want to write. So these two places are perfect to kind of do keepsake type things. And of course you've got your pocket here. So every month is going to have that plain on the front, plain on the back, and a pocket, and then all of this paper to write what I need to for the month. So the way I plan to use it is to use this for my appointments or things I need to remember, and then use this for specific notes about those appointments. Okay, and then there's March, and then April, and then May. And like I said, I don't want to overload this book because you can see how thick it is already, and as the year goes on it's going to grow. So that's why I'm not adding any more pockets, and plus I have a pocket for every month, so it's plenty. And that's how I'm going to call it quits. It is so heavy. I love how heavy it is. And to be honest, I'm a little anxious to start using it, so I gotta quit somewhere. And imagine if you just play throughout the year, and let's say you get some washi tape or some stickers, or you just want to keep decorating it. I think that'll be fun to do, you know, throughout the month or whatever. So there you go, guys. That is our planner from a composition book. Super easy. Did not take long, just 3 videos. And I think I worked on it about 3 hours total, maybe 3.5. So that lets you know about how long this one takes to make. All right, guys, let me know what you think of this one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.